Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Hannah, and this is a place where we talk about all things creative. This is the series Work To Dream Diaries, and I am sharing my life as a 9-to-5 UX designer, but also ultimately sharing how I'm splitting up my time in the mornings and evenings to incrementally work on my dreams. So thank you for being here, and let's get into the vlog. It is 12 o'clock on Sunday, and I took Gustav to the park. Well, actually, I took Gustav on a walk, and then we found a dog park. So I just moved to this area, and I'm still trying to learn all about it and trying to figure out my routine since starting here. 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta get rid of these. Trying to figure out my routine since moving here, I figured out my Sunday. I feel like I'm trying to get into the swing of things with that, and it's been really good. I've been going to the gym, so I do my leg day, and if that's all I do in terms of strength all week, I'm letting myself be okay with that. So I did that, and then from there I went to the grocery store. I got some food and came back here, and now I got showered, and then I got showered, and then I had some breakfast, and I'm food prepped my breakfast. I'm gonna food prep my lunch. I'm gonna food prep some of my dinner. And then we're gonna jump straight into the branding stuff. So I want to get my week prepped and ready to go food-wise, so I don't have to think about it. I am, with everything that's happened this year, I'm just trying to get back into a place that I feel comfortable and healthy again. And I'm gonna finish doing this, and then we're going to jump into branding. Those flowers prepped, and we got our week kind of like settled. Not settled, but we got it started. We got our week kind of started. It helps me kind of like clear my mind to things that I have to do. And so I'm going to be working on branding today. So I might show my screen. If not, I might just put some images on here. But what I ended up doing last week was I worked on the logo. And then I worked on getting some stuff with the colors and stuff like that kind of put together. And so I'm just going to probably tweak more of the logo. I'm just going to call it, say it's done. There's a certain point, a threshold, where in my mind, especially for stuff that I do, because this isn't like, oh, I'm paying someone to do my branding, I can always come back to it for myself, and I would rather just kind of rip the Band-Aid off and say, this is checked off, and I'm going to move on to the next task, because I could go into a spiral of, because I don't have constraints other than like things that I want to do, it can become really easy for me just to keep tweaking, and then I'm in the same spot a month later. So I'm probably just gonna call it good for the logo, and then I'm gonna work on, like I said, finishing up the logo, and then probably start in on some other like branding pieces. So so let's actually just jump into the computer, and then you can kind of see a little bit what I'm working on. So all right, so we are in Illustrator, as you can see, and what we're looking at is a little bit of the board of where I'm currently at. So the name of the brand is called The Brand Principles. It's a full service branding, where the tagline is full service branding concierge. this is kind of the initial kind of point of where I had started. This is the name. We played a little bit with just like pulling out, you know, a little bit of placement. Where does the go? The law really got me on this one. And then just quickly iterating on certain stuff. And these were some of the ideas of like, it could go here, the go here. What does it look like in something different? And then, you know, based off of other, you know, references, like, is there something else? And then what would our logo mark kind of look like? And so this is referenced from actual concierge like band. You'll see that on like some of the arms of like the Ritz-Carlton, or I don't know where this one specifically came from, but it was really something that kind of stuck out to me, as you can kind of see here in the initial kind of imagery. This is just like a screenshot of one of them. It wasn't the only one. This was something that I played with. I was just like, help me. I used AI to see what it would give me, and this is kind of what it pushed out. So not great, but just wanted to throw it on here for fun. It is a helpful kind of thing if you are interested in using that. So yeah, I kind of landed on these colors, and then this was kind of the playing around with, this is kind of where I'm at with it, is just making sure, you know, all of the different pieces and elements work well together, that I'm happy with the logo mark, if there's maybe potentially any other things I want to do. And then what I have here is the color palette. So like double checking that like all of the different, and some of this might be tweaked a little bit. This feels a little too yellow to me, but some of these here, I want to make sure that like whatever I choose as like my main color palette is also going to like look well, and I'm going to be able to say like, hey, don't use this one on this, you know, background, and this is the way that our main logo needs to show up. So after this, I'm actually going to take this into a I'm going to take this and double check that all of the colors when they're put together, so the black and the white on the blue, the white on the, or like the neutral color on this like teal, and then of course these other ones as well are going to, I'm going to get a rating to make sure that it is accessibility kind of focused, and so then that way I also have a way of being like, hey, maybe these colors need to be tweaked. So this is kind of where I'm at with it, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna keep rolling on this and then see what I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go into and make sure all of my colors work well together. I'm gonna pull out some of this into some other branding elements to make sure and see if I'm, you know, missing something, or if there's something else I want to add, and then from there we're gonna just check this off the list and say logo is done. So I'm super excited, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing because there's a lot of things still on the list. So with that, I'm gonna get into this, and I Sunday. I'm wearing the exact same outfit because I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to wear this morning. So last night I was planning on doing a lot more branding related stuff and then a little bit of writing, but as good to-do lists happened to pan out, it did not work out that way. I spent the entire day kind of working on the video and getting the process down, learning the program a little bit more. I'm having some issues with exporting, and then also like making sure everything, you know, whatever. My videos seem to be glitching, and I keep having like some weird audio stuff. So trial by error, and I'm learning, so I will take the failures. But that's what my entire Sunday afternoon was, and that's okay because hopefully next time it will be a lot easier. So I'm not going to do a rundown of like what my day to day kind of looks like this week for work. I did that last time. So if you're interested in like day of the life of UX or a day of the week, or kind of what that looks like, that was last week. I might switch on and off, but this week I've got a plan for today. Is I want to work on branding, and then I've got a run group tonight. So So yeah, just trying to get some easy miles in. I might be doing a half marathon. I'm just trying to build up mileage because I have a fall marathon that I'm doing. So just trying to get back into the swing of things. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit before I start work. I might check in at lunch, or I might just talk to you when I'm working on branding, or if you see me at the run, or if I'm at the run group. So yeah, let's get into Monday. This afternoon, before I head to my run group, a little bit on my book outline. So I spent the entire day in Figma designing, and I just need to switch my brain a little bit and do something different. So we're going to be jumping into the outline on Miro. So if you're interested, I put the link in the description, and then I'll link the video over here as well if you want to learn a little bit about that. But just going to jump into that. Where I'm at with it is, all right, so my Miro outline, or my book outline, I'm going to be working specifically on Act 1. So in Act 1, I have it broken out into the 3 structures, and this is based off of a beat sheet by Save the Cat. I talk about it in the video, but I have it broken out in that way. And so I am redoing my entire outline. So in the outline, I'm actually going to I have it broken out into even smaller sections just to make it a little bit easier. So I think I'm going to jump into bullet pointing out, I think on the 3rd section of Act 1, so 3 of 5. I kind of cut everything from that one, so I'm just gonna jot down some ideas, and kind of get that, make sure that it flows with the rest of the pieces that come after, and then just double check. But I also go through like what is happening, so I do bullet points, but then I also put little stickies of like the characters that are included in it, so that way I can visually see across the book where I incorporate different characters or introduce different characters, and then making sure that I'm just not introducing a random character that I never bring up again. And then I also have the meaning. And so that for me is just like when I am writing and going through and really writing out page by page, and the dialogue and all that stuff, I can kind of reference a little bit of like what I want to get across in that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to jump into this a little bit. And then the next time you see me, I'm going to be heading to my run group. So I think I'm going to do 3 to 5 miles. 3 to 5 miles. We'll see. If I run there and run back, it'll be 5. But then that gets me home at like 7, and then I shower and whatever. 3 to 5 miles. All right. Just got back from the run and it went pretty good. Hi, baby. You want to come and say hi? Come here. Thank you. All right, so welcome back. Just got back from the run. It went pretty good. This is the second time with this new run group, and it's been really great just to kind of meet some new people. So it's a little late. I actually got back 8, and now I'm just quickly chatting, but I need to shower, and then I'm gonna get to bed. I'm gonna snuggle this guy. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good morning, it is Tuesday, and we are at the gym this morning, so I'm gonna get to it. All right, so we're back. It is Thursday afternoon. It is 5 o'clock and I'm done for the day. Today was a lot of just meetings. But they were more like informational meetings for the business and company overall. So actually it wasn't that bad. And it was kind of a quiet day. So I needed that after after Monday through Wednesday, to be honest. So honestly, just got a lot of organizing done. A lot of basic stuff that just feels like my brain can be a little bit more clear. So, yeah, I don't know. I spent my lunch break really kind of diving back into more fitness related things and running related stuff. I am a runner. I'm not the fastest runner, and I spent a lot of energy and time focusing on that. But I am in the process of finally feeling like I'm coming back out of like a funk for the last 6 months. So I had a lot of big changes last fall. My father passed, and I, left a long relationship, and so there's just a lot of change and all of that stuff. And I think I was just giving myself a break. I was so exhausted all the time, and so I'm just excited that I finally feel like I have the energy again and all of that. So I am planning out kind of I'm planning out my races, and because for me, I need a goal. I need to have like a date on the calendar to feel motivated. Not motivated, but it's like I need a date on the calendar because that is the pressure I need. Because without a tangible kind of goal deadline, I know that this is how it works and works best for me. So I have a fall marathon, and so I'm trying to plan out a May half marathon. So then that way I can get my mileage up, and then kind of test out, just kind of see where I am at. So yeah, I'm excited. Just kind of take the afternoon as it is. It's a little gray and overcast, so I'm going to take Mr. Gustav out for a walk. And then I'm going to work on writing this afternoon because I genuinely feel like I have the brain space for it. So I'm excited for that. And with that, we're going to go outside. And I'm extending this a little bit because I didn't show up basically after my workout on Tuesday or on Wednesday. So we are, today's Friday. I was planning on going to the gym, but I woke up to thunderstorms, and I have to walk to get to my car, and I didn't want to do that in the thunderstorm. So we pivoted, and I just took Gustav out for a walk after, it cleared up a little bit, and then decided just to get ready. So I have to, for work, as a UX designer, I have to go into one of our locations today to check out basically the end product of what the tool that I work on, kind of looks like. I am going to head out in a little bit, but it's supposed to be like 75 today in Chicago. So I'm super excited. I'm just looking forward to this weekend. I'm ready for a bit of a break. So with that, I'm going to head out. Got like 5 minutes before I need to leave. And yeah, I will talk to you later today. Afternoon after work, and we are done. We get to finally go into the weekend. It is 75 degrees outside, and I'm so excited to be out in it. So I'm gonna probably take Gustav for a walk. We're gonna end the vlog here. I know I didn't show up on Tuesday really or Wednesday, but end the week. I think after this I'm gonna do some editing. I've been finding doing that on Friday nights has been helpful. And then I'm gonna clean up a little bit and get prepared. I've got a 9-mile run in the morning, so we're gonna do that on the lake shore. So I'm so excited for the weekend. It's definitely needed. And with that, I hope, so yeah, thank you for being here. And if you're interested in either UX design, day-to-day life, you know, novel writing, or starting a design business, if there's certain aspects that you want me to kind of talk about, let me know down below. I will see you in the next video. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful week, and I hope you can find some time to work on your dreams. And I will see you in the next one.